Hello, friends. I hope you're all having a wonderful, whatever time of day it is. I try to be really, acclimating, but I don't actually know what time you're listening to this, so I can't say have, a great morning, because it could be 8:30 at night. So, whatever time of day, I'm a professional. Hi. Anyway, let's read a story. Huh? Yeah? Cool. This is from Reddit user, Babbsy-kun. Hey, Babbsy. I haven't seen you post something in a while, man. I know him. He's cool. This is called Brony Horror Stories. Oh, I'm already scared. Hello, friends. It's your friendly neighborhood Oni-chan. Don't ever make me say that again. Babbsy-kun, here to bring you some short brony horror stories that I remember. I'm so sorry this took so long to make. I just haven't had the inspiration until now. Not that Mr. Blue Moon has given me the inspiration to finish. Keep in mind that I don't remember these stories verbatim, but I'll tell them to the best of my ability. I hope you all enjoy this small mountain of cringe. Chapter 1. The Lolly Neckbait. I'm screaming internally. This person was a frequent member of the social brony group. She was in her mid-20s, Asian, short, ponytail, glasses. Her gimmick was that she would drag along a Pinkie Pie plushie with roller skates on, by a leash. Oh boy. She was indeed neckbait, and she knew it, and used that to her advantage. She not only exploited the neckbeards to buy stuff for her, she'd also treat them like shit. I admit, I thought that she was pretty cute when I first saw her, but after seeing her behavior, interest was instantly gone. Despite her being mean to the neckbeards of the group, they still catered to her. The hilarious and sad part is, she's married. She's married to a guy in his mid-50s. She would always talk about him at any chance she got. Still didn't deter the neckbeards, though. Honestly, the husband was a pretty cool guy. Works in the horror industry as a makeup and visual designer. That's cool. The guy has mad connections to horror legends and icons. The neckbait would often post pics on Facebook of her posing with horror actors. Even though I'm not a fan of the whole thing, I'm still jealous of her getting to mingle with the actors. But it happens. Last time I saw her was actually at the meetup before Wendy's Con. Oh god, I remember that story. I don't know what she's doing now or where she is. I just hope she's doing okay, Part 2. JBD. This was the nickname for the beard, based off the initials of his full name. You guys remember that one guy from the Wendy's Con that showed my ex and I his entire Clop folder collection? This guy's personality is the exact same, minus the Clop folder collection, and his voice was even more nasally. Though I wouldn't be surprised if he did have a collection. I first met this guy at a meetup to watch the first Equestria Girls movie in a theater. The guy had poofy red hair, acne, and glasses. He greeted himself as his full name. Honestly, it was the first time someone actually used their middle name as an introduction. So he introduced himself like Chris Chan. He would just be, I'm Chris Wessa Chandler, like that kind of thing. Oh, that's so weird. Don't do that. That's super creepy. At first I figured he'd just be another quiet dude, but he proved to be the opposite. He would not shut up about the show, his favorite pony, his songs. He would also loudly sing MLP songs while waiting in line. That's weird. The ticket guy told him to be quiet multiple times due to the complaints. Even we told him he needed to shut up. All he would say to us is that, I'm just a fan of the show, what's wrong with that? We just sighed and left him alone. He would be quiet for a few minutes, but then he goes right back to it. I am so glad that the manager kicked him out, and not just us, because we all looked just as miserable as everyone else. He looked like he was going to cry, and we all went into the theater. After we came out of the theater, we'd see he's still outside. Surprised he didn't leave after that embarrassment, but given what I'm dealing with, these people have no shame. When he saw us walk out, he fucking Naruto ran towards us. What? And asked us how the movie was. I was more shocked that he Naruto ran in public. For future meetups, that became his trademark. Oh boy. The movie was decent, at least, I guess. We headed towards the park that was next to the theater and had cake that one person brought for, celebration. Part 3. Reaction to episodes. There were multiple meetups where the leader of the social meetups would get his friends together and do reactions of the latest episodes of My Little Pony. That sounds painful. Didn't matter where we were, they would just find a public space, set up a camera, a mic, laptop, play the episode. What? Do you think they edited out the background noises while reacting? No. No, they did not. You know how in reaction vids you can still hear the audio from the episode in question? Yeah, you couldn't in these. They were nearly impossible to watch. I had to admit that in multiple videos, I was in front in camera view. I'm sure these vids are all taken down or deleted. Honestly, good. They were cringe. But I do owe one of these meetups for one thing. If they didn't happen, I wouldn't have met my ex, so there's that. I honestly wish they weren't, because I kind of want to see these videos. I'm sorry if these seem like short stories, but honestly, I don't remember much of what happened in most of these. The cringe is too strong for me to remember. I hope you all enjoyed this dive into Brony cringe. If I remember anything else, I'll update. Till then, see you guys later. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I don't usually get like a chance to talk about the whole Brony thing, but it is magically insane. I used to know a bunch of those people too. Like, you guys already know my history. I went through a bunch of really negative, like, little subcultures because I didn't have any friends and I had really bad self-esteem. And oh my god, there were so many just like weirdos that would be in those groups. So I remember this one time, this one specific story is I had a friend who so this is I know I have to explain a bunch of shit. My friend and I were both more into like the whole technical side of things, like understanding how the show was made, things like that. It was animated in Flash, which was not bad for Flash. It's a little goofy sometimes, and it did kind of screw up some stuff, but it's Flash, so big shock. But they also had, like, Brony groups just, like, had social media sites. They just made them. They just came out of nothing. And a lot of times they would copy formats from other social media sites. So a friend of mine told me about this one. It was essentially just like a Facebook clone. And he somehow, and to this day I still don't know how, but somehow managed to talk his way into getting a mod position on this site. So they made him a moderator because it had like an actual chat thing, not just like a IM, but like multiple chat rooms. They were all based in this one. I just suppose it was Flash based. I really don't know. Little chat system. It was a little IRC system anyway. But they made him a mod, and with like there's some kind of company that makes like the cookie cutter Facebook formats. You can make your own thing, which a lot of people have used. So they were using something like that. However, there is a setting that you're supposed to set for like something that only admins or only mods can access when it comes to certain things. One of them is that only people who have like specific, like who are really trusted and work within the community should have access to the ability to see chat logs and altered portions of chat logs should they ever be altered. And what he told me is that every mod, despite whether or not they were community trusted, had access to literally everyone's chat logs at any given time. They did not need the admin's permission. They did not need another moderator's permission. They didn't have to like say anything. They could just go through and read private messages of just anyone who was on the site. And they did. Like, he was telling me about how it wasn't He found it by accident, like he was like trying to check something about someone who had got a complaint or something, and one of the other mods was like, "Oh no, it's just open." And he's like, "Wait, all of them?" And it was like, "Yeah, no, you just go look, it's fine." So he started like checking to see on the sly, just real, are the other mods like using this in any kind of nefarious way? And the answer was yes. He found several of them that would like wholesale copy other people's chat logs, basically talking bad about the mods or anything that they did wrong or something like that, and then use that to just straight out attack them. To just be like, "Oh no, you said this to this person on this date." What's supposed to be not in a chat room, mind you, not in like a public forum chat room, in a direct message between one other person and the person who said it. So it was super creepy. And these guys were just like, "Oh, we have power, so, we're the ones in charge." But I think the best part about that is they all had this huge, like, ego about them because they were mods. They were the greatest bronies ever, which is such a wonderfully ironic phrase, to just be the greatest brony ever. Like, that's your aspiration? Really? Cool. But my favorite part about it is they were such tools to the people who worked on or who used that site that, these web hosting isn't free. So the person who actually owned it would have to pay the web hosting server, because they didn't just have it on a server that they owned. It was on, like, I don't even know who's serving. Maybe Amazon? I think Amazon rents space to things like that. But either way, they kept putting up this collection to pay for the server. And because of how shitty the mods were and how they would just basically, 1984 all your chat logs, people stopped, like, donating. And the whole site got shut down. Because nobody wanted to pay for them to do it, so they had to turn the whole thing off. It's just, it's poetic. Like, you spend that much time just being a prick, and your end comes with just someone coming up behind you and pulling the fucking plug out. Oh, the whole brony thing is weird. I should probably tell more stories about the people I knew then, but that's for a different video. This one is over. This is the end. But thank you all for being here. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I have a Ko-Fi. I have a merch store. Those are the things that keep this channel specifically working. And there's like weird goals I'm adding to the Ko-Fi, so if you want to donate for me to do something incredibly stupid, that's on there now. I only have one right now, but I'm adding more as I think of them. So make sure you check that out. Thank you all for being here. If you have your own story that you'd like to send me, you can send it to r/Moonhorse Stories. I just like presented as if it was to my right. You can't see me, so that's why this is extra weird. I don't know why I did that. But thank you again, like 5th time I said that, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.